Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Karen and I usually make booktube videos, but today's video is a school and study related video. I have an announcement. I am an intern and writer for YouGotIntoWhere.com, which is run by Joi Wade. She is a YouTuber and she attends college now. She got a 31 on her ACT. She got a full ride scholarship to college. So I will also link the article that I have up on the website down below. It's great for back to school season, and the website is aimed towards high schoolers and college students, and it's also written by high schoolers and college students, so everything is relatable. Today's video I'm going to be giving you tips on effective studying, not really studying methods. I have 7 tips, so let's just get started. My first tip is to figure out what your learning style is. Personally, my learning style is kinesthetic. I am very hands-on. I like to do practice problems and use flashcards. There are 3 main types of learning styles. There's the visual person. They like pictures and diagrams and charts, and they like to see their notes and they just look at it and they're good. There are auditory learners. They like to listen to podcasts. They like to do voice memos and listen to themselves over and over again. They also like to discuss and debate. That is their best way of learning. Lastly, there is the kinesthetic hands-on learner, and they like to do flashcards. They like to study in groups. They like to do practice problems, just anything that keeps them moving. By finding out what your learning style is, you're able to find out how you best learn. My first block is medical terminology, and I like to move around a lot in that class. I can't sit in my seat for an entire hour and 30 minutes. So my teacher, she allows us to walk around class when everybody else was doing flashcards and note-taking. I played Jeopardy with my classmates and I was able to memorize my terminology better. Tip number 2 is to revise. So when I am in class and I'm taking notes on a lecture from a teacher or they're doing a PowerPoint, I like to take my notes on a separate sheet of photo paper. Those notes are really crappy. They're really messy. Some people can't even read them. I write notes in the margins, I color code things, I draw sloppy pictures. But when I get home, I like to revise, and that basically means to rewrite your notes. I rewrite my notes in a notebook specifically for that class, and I make my notes as pretty as I want it to be. I write down whatever I want, whatever I need, and I make my pictures as nice as I want them to be. Revising your notes is great for kinesthetic learners because you're rewriting what you've already wrote and what you already heard. My third tip is repetition, repetition, repetition. So basically when you learn a topic or a lesson, I suggest studying that topic every day. Now that doesn't mean devoting an entire hour to studying that one topic. So say the topic is the unit circle, which you will learn in pre-calculus and calculus, but you don't need to devote an hour every single day to the unit circle. When I first learned about the unit circle, I devoted 20 minutes a day for an entire week to the unit circle. I wrote down practice problems and I timed myself. I also have 2 sets of flashcards just for the unit circle. You see it? So for repetition, as the days go by, your studying time for that topic should become less and less. Get it? Like I said earlier, I studied the unit circle 20 minutes a day for an entire week, but as the weeks went on, I took away maybe 5 minutes each time until I got to 5 minutes. So now I just study the unit circle 5 minutes a day, and I have pop quizzes all the time in calculus now, and I'm glad I study 5 minutes a day. Yeah, repetition is great with flashcards. It's great with kinesthetic learners, especially rewriting your terminology and your vocab words over and over again. That's how I study my vocab words. For auditory learners, you can do voice memos and you can re-listen to your voice memo over and over again. So repetition is great for studying, and there's this whole thing about the rate of forgetting. You can Google it. I can't explain the rate of forgetting. Tip number 4 is to study in timed sessions. So I personally like to study in 20-minute sessions with 5-minute breaks in between, and then I add 5 more minutes to each study session and to each break until I reach 30-minute study sessions. That is called the Pomodoro Technique. I will leave links down below to more articles and tips on that. I know there are some people who personally like to study or do their homework for 30 to 50 minutes each and then have 10-minute breaks. Studying in broken up sessions will help you stay sane. I promise you that. I am able to study for 6 hours a day because of timed study sessions. Also, when you're taking breaks in between each study session, you should do something productive. So if I have a 5-minute study session, I like to use the bathroom, take a break, eat a light snack. If it's a little longer of a break, then I will do something productive like take a walk or do the dishes, do chores. Getting up out of my seat and keeping your gears flowing will help you out. Tip number 5 is my favorite, and that is to teach your topic. So as an example, I was an AP European history student last school year, and when I learned about the Age of the Enlightenment, I can promise you, I talked about that topic for an entire week to my family. I re-taught the topic to my family because I was able to understand what I am learning, and I didn't have to study that topic as much. In fact, I got 102% on that test. So yeah, teaching your topic to a group of people, to your family, to your stuffed animals, whatever, whoever, it'll help you out because you understand your topic and you're able to put lesson in your own words, not your teacher's words. Why do you think teachers are so great at their job? To help me out, I'm a math tutor at my school through this math honor society, and it helps me out a lot because I'm able to help my friend out with their math homework, but also I'm able to understand that topic better. Tip number 6 is to do your work alone first. In class for maybe an hour and a half, and you're listening to your teacher give a lecture. She or he makes everything look so easy, especially if they're doing, say, a math problem on the board. They make it look easy because they're a teacher and because they know how to do it. And when you're in class doing practice problems, your teacher's there to help you, your classmates are there to help you. But when you're at home, basically don't have your teacher or classmates with you, and it suddenly seems much harder to do. That is the case for me all the time. So if you do your work alone first, that is your first attempt to try and do something on your own. So if you're in a study group, let's say right after school, maybe you should try and do your homework alone first and then get help from your classmates and your teachers. Also, if you study alone at night, every night, like how I do, and you get stuck on a problem, it's great to go back to school with specific questions about that problem or about your chapter, because 1, it'll impress your teacher. 2, your teacher will know what to help you on and how to help you. Lastly, tip number 7 is to switch up your study routine. The base of my study routine is to write down in my bullet journal, in my academic planner, what I need to study, what I need to work on, and then 2, gather my materials and find out where all my homework is, and then 3, just get started. So every day I either do flashcards or I revise notes or I do practice problems. Every day it's something different for each class. I don't like sticking to one studying routine because when I go back to school, that one studying routine is just all I know. And so getting a feel of every study method that there possibly is probably great because you're able to learn and study your material in so many different ways, and you'll find out which way will help you best. Studying methods is going to be a different video. Also, working in groups, like study groups, is probably going to be another video. Exam preparation, note-taking, and time management is going to be another separate video as well. I have a lot of video ideas, so with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this video and find it very useful. Like I said in my organizational video, you should take these tips and switch it up and interpret them to your own liking, because studying really only benefits you and only you will get better if you put in the time and the effort. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. That'll make me very happy. I have a lot more videos, like I said, coming out soon. I hope you have a great rest of the school year. Bye everybody.